The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the only podcast that reviews reviews for comedy, for laughs, for giggles, for smiles. And we're directing all those wonderful things at your face, at your body. Strap in, because it's about to get intense.
Whoa!
Matt's already feeling it. His very core is being torn away at by our comedy beams. Matt, shield yourself with a review.
A review of my own choosing?
You may select.
All right.
From your catalog of reviewable things.
All right. A few episodes ago, I took us on a bit of a local regional tour, and I'm going to return to that well once more with a Google Maps review of the Brat Stop.
Delicious.
Yes, for those who don't know, Brent, you've actually been to the Brat Stop. I haven't, so...
I've stopped at the Brat. You know me. Cool venue, actually. Like, honestly, cool little venue for such a strange regional meat snack.
Yeah. It's a place. If you really want to know, look it up. I'll just read the review.
They got sausage.
Yeah. It's in Kenosha, where we went to school. Michael Minogue writes, absolutely disgusting. They sandwiched my receipt in my food. It was covered in grease and all the ink had worn off. Guess you like to poison your clients with the toxic ink on those things?
Oh, toxic.
Not to mention the bun was stale, and I've been on the toilet for hours with food poisoning. But the absolute worst was the receipt that, I repeat, was in the food. Are your employees on drugs? How do you think that is acceptable? Do yourself a favor and get a hot dog at literally anywhere else. That was straight garbage, and I'm never going back. I had to throw most of it out anyway. What a waste. 1 star.
For the record, I believe the Brat Stop is a pretty positively reviewed establishment.
I think so, yeah.
It's a local staple, but sheesh, I can't imagine getting a nasty little brat, some onions and mustard on there, and I what's that in the bun? Fold it up. My receipt.
Yeah, that's rough.
Maybe they just wanted you to wholly know the knowledge that was on the receipt. They really wanted you to know.
Internalize this.
Internalize how much you spent on this sack of meat. This meat tube. Tightly packed meat tube.
Only then will you know how much time you'll spend on the toilet.
I guess so. For the record, I had Brat Stop. Did not send me to the toilet. Only,
That's good.
After the allotted normal amount of time it sent me there.
Right. The standard factory issue toilet settings.
And it was not a violent affair. It was, I believe it was a pretty normal situation.
That's good. I wouldn't expect anything else. Yeah, it is a prominent local location.
Yep. Right off the highway. It's like, just like Mars Cheese Castle, like tourist spot, Kenosha loved. They got, man, let me tell you about this. I thought it might brush on this in the review, but it didn't do the place justice. As delicious of a review it was. The Brat Stop has just a ton of varieties of brats. If you don't know what a brat is, it's like an Italian sausage that's beer boiled.
Not Italian. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's not Italian. It's a little different, but I think that's the closest approximation.
Bratwurst.
A bratwurst, a German sausage. And they have many varieties, one being the gummy bear brat.
What? Oh.
You didn't know?
No.
They have a brat infused with gummy bears. Gummy bears on the inside of the casing.
Okay.
I have not tried. I have no desire to try.
Nah.
But it do be existent, and people like it. It's one of their most popular.
Most popular and people liking it.
Right. I've heard from people that they like it. I've heard it's the most popular. I don't know if those are related. Probably only slightly. I'm sure there's a lot of novelty buys.
Yeah. There's a local butcher here that does these strange concoction bratwursts, like a s'mores brat.
Ugh.
And all sorts of things. We ordered these habanero brats. Probably one of the spiciest things I've ever eaten. It literally smelled like a pepper. And I thought, surely it's going to get better. I couldn't finish. I like my spicy. George likes his chicken spicy. I couldn't finish it. It was just pain. There was no relief from the pain. It didn't taste like a bratwurst. It tasted only like a habanero. It smelled only like a habanero. And I'm afraid that a gummy bear bratwurst would just be, I can't even imagine.
That's how you wash it down, dude. You got that spicy spice on the. Let me cool down with a little gummy bear over here.
Little sugar. Oh.
What gets me though is just like the meat cased around the gummy bear. What a hell for that gummy bear to go through at the end of its life.
It never knew it would end up like that.
Packed into a case of meat with its brothers and sisters. Awaiting its demise.
How bizarre. Before we move on, the one thing I wanted to point out that obviously there's a strange thing in this review, and that's that his receipt was in his food. But what also struck me is that the last thing he says, I had to throw most of it out anyway. That means he actually, obviously if he was on the toilet, he had some of it, but when you see that, why don't you just bail on the whole program?
I don't know. I would bail on the whole program in that I would show my waiter, or they don't have waiters there, but show the person in charge of the whole establishment, hey, this is kind of weird. Can I get another brat, please? Yeah. I think that's the adult reaction.
This is a child we're dealing with.
Perhaps. Seeing a receipt tucked into my brat bun, I may act a little irrationally as well. Habanero or otherwise. But speaking of rational thought, I've got a review here from Amazon for Starter Men's 10-inch mesh basketball shorts. The review is written by Amazon user Derp.
Okay.
Who titles it, "In a world of ultra-thin, ultra-light, dick-showing shorts, these are 2-ply. Woot woot." These are so close to the starter reversible shorts from circa 2010, but they have 2 mesh layers as opposed to 1 mesh and 1 silky. They feel a tad bit lighter and cheaper, but this is as close as I'm going to get to my old shorts. Problem though, they need more colors, so I'll have to look elsewhere until they come up with more. I didn't much care for the stripe down the side, which leaves only black. 4 stars.
Alright. So the dick showing is a selling point then.
I think he's against the dick showing.
Oh, okay.
The dick showing is 1-ply. He no likey.
Okay.
He want 2-ply. These are 2 mesh layer. He's hunting for the 1 mesh, 1 silky.
Uh-huh. The perfection.
I've been wearing shorts my whole life. Circa 2010, I certainly had some basketball shorts for lounging.
Yeah, I think I actually did have some 1 mesh, 1 silky side. I didn't like them because the silky side on the when I had the silky side on the inside, those drawers were dropping down.
to me. And like, you get sweaty in those bad boys. That silky side is clinging to things you don't want clung to.
No. And I don't know, it was more than a 2-ply, so it was a mess. I couldn't use those shorts. Ditched them. It's no good.
Cut out the inner lining. It's too much work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then my dick would be showing.
Yeah.
But yeah, as much as I disagree, I like the 1-ply short. You know, if there's 2 plies, it's got to be inconspicuous, to say the least. That's that inner ply. And what my dick you're showing is not, I'm not really worried about it. Someone gets a little dick cleavage, so be it. I'm usually not wearing them in public anyway. Those are lounging for me. And if I'm lounging, my dick's showing par for the course. I might as well be naked when I'm lounging.
You could expect nothing less.
I respect the endless hunt for these manufactured basketball shorts.
The perfect short.
To find his true love in shorts once again, and he almost found it. But if it wasn't for those damn lack of colors.
Yeah, I mean, I like my colors too. Looking good's half the battle.
Half the battle. It does have the sweet starter S. I don't know. These are a good looking pair of shorts, dude. If I'm gonna send it over as a lounging in the b-ball shorts connoisseur, I'd feel pretty stylish in these Tiger Sunday red shorts here.
Oh, those are kind of sharp. Basketball shorts, that's a bit too much length for me, though.
You're probably right. Yeah, these are some long johns. The basketball shorts I'm wearing as we speak, also starter. I think they're meant to be chopped down if you don't like the length, because they kind of have a seam above the bottom.
Oh, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I think they're just for tearing out. I don't really, give a rip, because these are just for being lazy and recording silly podcasts in.
Right.
But I think you could chop them down a bit.
Dang.
I don't think these have that feature. It's too complicated with the multiple plies.
Yeah. It's a lot of tearing. It's a lot of perforations.
Yeah, you need a fucking geometry degree to manufacture these shorts, to make mods to these shorts.
Is this gonna be a fashion episode? Because I got some clothing items here too.
Man, one of my other ones is a clothing item. So let's go. Let's do it.
I have an Amazon review for the Choyatu men's streetwear distressed fit stylish printed slim jeans denim pants.
Stylish printed slim jeans.
And I'll send you a picture real quick here, because these are some special looking jeans.
I think I already may know.
May you?
I have a dark feeling deep down inside of me.
That you've already seen these pants?
That these ominous pants. I think I've seen pants in the genre. I'm guessing the genre of printed pant.
Maybe.
Maybe not these specifically. Oh, that's so grody. I was picturing some Jinko jeans.
Oh, no.
With like a butt skull, or a skull that's on fire, like patch on the butt. But no, this looks like someone did a pour, like a 2-bit spray paint job on some black jeans, or chalk. A chalk drawing, a poor chalk drawing of a skull on one leg and a monstrous skeleton hand reaching out on the other. Or it just looks like someone fell into some dust and it just so happened to be a gross skull and hand.
Right, and I may have cropped the image a little bit too small, but at the bottom of it's the right pant leg, but our left, you can see the top of the Scream mask in profile.
So there's multiple scary dudes on these pants.
Just added there as a bonus.
That's a bonus Scream guy for you.
Anyway, Amazon user Arthur titles his review, "The Waviest Pants Ever."
Hell yeah, dude.
And writes, "A main, these jeans are fire. A1 quality. I got all 3 pair and they fit perfect. ... And I know some of you are going to be thinking, Matt, you think it's funny just because he speaks differently than you. That's not what I think is funny. What I think is funny is what comes next. Size how you would buy Levi's. 5 stars. I just love that level of specificity.
We always respect when people are trying to be helpful with their reviews, help others, and he's put it out there like, hey, you're buying Levi's, you can buy these the same.
Yeah.
You a Levi fan, but you're looking for a little more flair?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
These are for you.
Some fire A1 quality flair? These are the ones.
Yeah, what if you want a spooky crotch, you might want to buy these jeans.
It reminds me too of that meme of Americans will use anything to measure anything. Like there's a pothole and it's approximately 4 washing machines long. I'm sure everyone's seen something like that. We refuse to use the metric system, so we'll just use anything. Oh, it's as long as 2 football fields. Like, why don't you just, there's a unit of measurement on a football field. Why don't we just use the unit of measurement? We're so silly.
No, it's our dumb America brains can't use the numbers.
Speaking of dumb American brains, there's one more review for this that I got because it's a quickie. LaTanya Jackson titles her review, Ride or Die Jeans.
Yeah.
and writes, what can you say about perfection? 5 stars.
Oh, dude, people are loving these ugly jeans.
They're so hardcore.
I mean, I guess the lack of appeal to me is if I saw someone wearing these in public and I was with someone, I would go out of my way to be like, get a load of this guy.
Yeah.
Look at those fucking jeans. But that's what they're looking for.
That's what they're going for. Yeah. And I have, at certain points in my life, been like, it would be kind of interesting to travel somewhere and then go to a thrift store and buy a bunch of clothes that you wouldn't normally wear and see how that feels. Like, if I end up with an XXL Miley Cyrus white t-shirt down to my knees and some black skinny jeans. Well, I would probably wear black skinny jeans anyway. But just some stuff I wouldn't wear and be like, look at me, I'm a whole new person.
Sounds like sounds like the drip, dog. You're what the outfit you're describing me is, as the kids say, drippy.
Dripping? Oh.
You might want to fix that sink, dog, because you are dripping. Fun fact about that, Little B, the underground rapper, and known crazy dude, every city he'd play a new show in, he wouldn't pack clothes, he would just go to the thrift store in that city and get an outfit for the show that night. Dang. Kind of a cool little thing, huh?
That is cool. I like that.
I bet if Lil B saw these badass jeans, something I don't see in them, but maybe an eccentric artist such as himself, he might be onto something here. He might say, I want skulls flying on my crotch.
You know what's great? You know what's on the back?
Oh, no.
The exact same thing.
The mirror?
It's the same print, just on the back.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they didn't go to the effort to make it a unique whatsoever. It's just print front, flip, print back. On the blue jeans, they gave the skull red eyes.
Whoa.
So that's something.
I kind of don't like that. It's getting a little too scary for me at that point.
Yeah, that's real scary.
Man, the kids these days, they'll never get it. They'll be wearing jeans that are weird for the rest of their lives. But since we're getting more and more atrocious clothing, before we end this half of the episode, I got one for us. This is a Hanes Men's Humor graphic t-shirt. These are the highest rated t-shirts on Amazon.
Oh. High praise.
Yep. This review, 2 weeks in a row, thank you, buddy, was submitted by Elijah Moisick. Thank you very much, my friend. This particular shirt is I would call it the I'm Thinking shirt. It says, I'm thinking, and above it has a Mac loading wheel.
Ahaha. That wheel of death, sort of the pinwheel, multicolored one?
Yep, the pinwheel. It's just black and white, the shirt.
Okay.
but it is definitely, the mini lines lighting up. Melody titles her review, Made Me Laugh. Bought this for my hubby because he doesn't often answer me when I'm talking. He says he's thinking. I say he's buffering like his too slow PC. So this shirt made me laugh. It's perfect. He laughed eventually after he thought about it. 3 stars.
Oh my goodness. Was this like the dunk contest or what, Melody?
This is like, let's get it. My stupid husband is so dumb. He's always loading like his dumb computer.
Oh.
I bet she was totally like, it says you're thinking, like that thing you say all the time. And he was just like, haha.
And then the blank stare returns to his face.
Illuminated by the cold blue hue of the computer. But now also illuminated are the words I'm thinking on his dumb t-shirt.
Yeah. We talked about this a couple times in the past, how we've grown from the stage of getting ironic t-shirts and that just being our wardrobe.
Yeah, there's a middle school Brent. Every shirt he wore had a message on it, had something to read on it.
Stickman, squirrels with nuts.
Oh, yeah, I had the squirrels over roasting nuts over a fire and said, like, don't drop your nuts or something.
Whoa!
Really just high tier comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, all the witty puns and whatnot. I had love means nothing in his 2 tennis rackets. What? Get it? Because in tennis, love means nothing.
Yep, very clever. Very clever sports boy, funny sports boy t-shirt.
Yeah, fantasy football with the wizard with the football on it.
All right, that one rules. I would wear that now.
I think I still would, but it was like, that was also the stage where you kind of wanted to wear a t-shirt that was too big for you. And it turns out that still would be a too big t-shirt for me, so I'm not going to keep this.
Well, just wait till you get fat, dude. I'm waiting. I'm counting down the days till Matt is fat. It's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm going to get my cookie butter and just start nomming down on that.
Just get the old tube and start sucking. And you're wearing an I'm thinking shirt while you do it. That's really the picture of human intelligence.
Yep, you've reached your peak if you've got that shirt because your wife got it for you. Oh my goodness.
I mean, she thought this shirt's hilarious, but she only gave it 3 stars. She had nothing but praises to sing.
Well, she loved the shirt and then she remembered it was her husband wearing it.
He's kind of a 3-star husband from what I can tell.
He's not any brighter than that. His stars don't shine.
He has to think about it first.
Oh. Let's just do pizza again.
You know what? I could go for some pizza. You want to take a break, get some sauce?
Let's grab a slice.
Cowabunga.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. Reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know, Brent and I just shared a wonderful, wonderful pizza. We're Midwestern boys. We know good pizza when we see it. And we also know awful drinks when we see them. And this is an awful Midwestern drink segment. I don't think it'll be a repeating segment, but there are just too many reviews for this to not...
There is a lot of awful Midwestern drinks.
Maybe this will be a repeating segment then, in which case we need to think of a name right now.
Malört, the segment.
That's the drink.
I knew it.
It could be Rebrew. That's way too hard to say. Anyway.
Rebrewparty.com.
Just sounds like you're drunk, which works.
Yeah, that's sort of a frat boy type segment.
Yes. So, as Brent said, Malört, the Midwestern Chicago wonderful drink. If you haven't heard of it, chances are, if you're not from the Midwest, you haven't. It's made of wormwood. And if
Wormwood?
you think that doesn't sound good, you'd probably be correct.
Have you had a shot of Malört, my friend?
I have. I'm not really a drinker at all, but I have had Malört.
Yeah, I imagine it's a Chicago rite of passage to try that garbage.
That's what you hear. It's a rite of passage. It's the thing you make someone do when it's their 21st birthday. You're like, oh yeah, try this. It's great. It's Malört. Or you do that to the tourist friend. You're like, hey buddy, this one's on me. So
yeah, let's do the reviews. I don't want to bust my nut with my review of Malört here.
I've got a handful of reviews from Binny's.com, Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Yeah, Binny's are uncomfortably large alcohol, like liquor stores.
Yes, so big.
They're like liquor stores the size of fucking Walgreens, like big Walgreens. They're crazy.
It's no joke. You can find so many things in there. So let's start out with Chris, who so wittily, so pithily turns Binny's catchphrase on its head by writing, "The one product at Binny's that's not worth drinking. 1 star."
Ouch. Zingered.
Right? I think he's a lame-o. So we're going to skip right over to Scott's review. Scott has named himself Scott, quote, Malört Albert. And he titles his review, Malört, for those with big balls. So Scott writes, Malört for those with big balls. Love it. I slammed 3 shots back to back and didn't puke. 5 stars.
Cool.
So you're already getting a sense of this drink. Let's upgrade to Ryan's review, who titles it, Good if you mix it right. This is good if you take fresh squeezed grapefruit juice and a grapefruit soda and mix it. To me, Malört tastes like taking a bite out of a grapefruit, peel and all. Similar to Campari, but less sweet and more bitter. I view it like soy sauce. It's great with stuff, but who would take a shot of soy sauce? 3 stars.
I gotta say, I'd much rather take a shot of soy sauce than Malört.
Slowly, the layers of the onion are being peeled back on what Malört really is. Keep going to Tap Out Right Now's review, titled, A Stupid Chicago Tradition Has Gone Too Far.
Yep, I see how you got me on this one.
I bought a bottle of this because I was told it was some type of rite of passage as someone who grew up in Illinois suburbs of Chicago. This literally tastes like throw up. That is not an exaggeration. The aftertaste is just about the worst thing I've ever had in my mouth, other than the aftertaste of vomit. That also is not an exaggeration. I finished the bottle in 3 sittings. It was the worst liquor I've ever had, and hopefully my review will save you from having to endure this stupid tradition. If someone ever calls you unmanly for not wanting to drink Malört, just respond, no. I'm just not an idiot who spends basically $20 to drink something that tastes like throw up. You're
Got
welcome.
him, dude. Got him, dude.
1 star, yeah. Mr. Bro Tap Out is letting his true feelings be known.
Mr. Bro Tap Out has a way with words. Comeback king, all right? You don't come at Mr. Tap Out unless you want some verbal whiplash.
It tastes like throw up. Turning that dingus on his head is True Chicagoan, who titles his review, Only for the Worthy. This stuff isn't for everybody, but if you like bitter drinks, look no further. Don't be fooled, Malört is smooth. It goes down easy, but leaves you with an aftertaste that is solely its own thing. Make sure your out-of-town's friends have a taste, and you'll enjoy the moment whether you actually like Malört or despise it. Personally, it's one of a kind and should not be judged by your regular Tom, Dick, or Harry. Cheers, Chicago. This one's for you. 5 whole stars.
Nice. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Chicago is all about being regular Tom, Dick, and Harry's.
I think a little bit, yeah. The working man, city of
the working
big
class,
shoulders.
tough mustache, Didka, steaks, Polish sausage, Jordan,
Pork chop.
onions, pork chop,
Cheeseburger,
Malört.
cheeseburger.
It all goes together.
Old style beer. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So, true Chicagoan maybe isn't so true Chicagoan.
A little fancy boy.
He's a little fancy. He probably lives in Barrington or Naperville.
Don't get me started.
Something.
Don't get me started.
Anyway, before we get started, let's keep this moving. We're about to dive into a great one. St. Draven titles their review, I'll Have Another. Had my first shot this past summer and have now bought 3 bottles since. A pleasant, sweet front, but an aftertaste of epic proportions. Concentrated grapefruit rind, Band-Aid adhesive, and gasoline. A 3-shot experience brings back memories of using an old bicycle pump in your mouth. Bring a bottle to your next party. You will quickly sort out any weak friends, but you will also gain a new 1 or 2 for life. 5 stars as a man's man.
Man, something that's sort of touching my heart about these reviews from all these alcoholics is the sense of community they're ringing at with this disgusting beverage.
I was shocked to see how in depth these reviews were on binnies.com. I've got 2 more, so we'll go through them. No, three more, but one of them's real short. Mindmaster titles their review, Wow, punch in the face. You will either grow more armpit hair or start crying. It is amazingly bitter on the end and smells like grapefruit. Drink as a gag or chase with some sort of soda. The sweetness automatically counters the bitter. Or other sweet drink. The wormwood will go on forever. 2 stars. That one leaves me a little confused.
I like that there's 2 options here. All right, this is black and white, 0 and 1, true and false. Either armpit hair or sobbing. No other options when you drink this.
Professor Bling kind of leaves us with one option, titling their review, Finally, a way to literally drink pain. This will put hair on the hair on your chest. Your face will contort so much after one drink that it'll clear out any blackheads the fumes didn't already dissolve. Great for a night out with friends you never want to see again. Or for when you just dump someone's body in the river and your conscience needs to punish you for it. Personal supplies are great for warning guests not to upset you, lest they too taste the glory of Jepsons.
Jeez.
Or can be used to thin paint or strip lacquer from your wood furniture that you really liked once. 3 stars.
That one's a ride. That was the ride.
There's too much there to even tussle with, so
right.
We'll wrap it up with Forklift, who titles their review Breakfast of Champions. 1 sip of this tasty liquor will feel like liquid despair. 2 will feel like getting a Swedish massage with a bowling ball. So I bought a case. 5 stars. The dude wants to die.
Hey, who am I to say that he does not have the right to chase his ambitions?
Chase it.
I'm surprised. To me, Malört tastes like, and I'm glad I didn't say this beforehand, because I like the journey of discovering exactly what it is. Malört tastes to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, like toothpaste, like black licorice toothpaste.
Ooh.
Is that a hit?
A little bit. It's been a while since I've had it. But yeah, there's it's like a whole weird mix of distinct pucker.
Yeah, I was definitely hit with a Listerine toothpaste-y mint. There's a mint there that I'm surprised no one touched upon.
Some herbaceousness. Yeah.
The sour just didn't take me. Maybe because I'm such a fan of sour that, I'm unfazed a little.
You like your sour.
I like my chicken to sour. How would you describe it? Do you remember?
Not that bad. Again, I really don't drink, so most things are gonna burn when
right.
Most shots are gonna be like, ooh, okay. Most beer is like, yeah, not really. Most anything was like, that's not for me. So it was just no worse than a whole lot of everything else.
Yeah, my roommate got me some like decent top shelf whiskey for Christmas, and though I do enjoy it, of course, it's a very nice gift. I still got to get the together. I still got to get it together before I take a drink a little bit. Gotta man up a little.
Force the hairs out a little bit.
Yeah, and same thing with Malört. Malört is like, not bad. I could take it or leave it.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a definitely a challenge drink. I respect it as such.
Yes.
You got anything else to say about our beautiful Malört from Binny's?
No, not right now. Maybe we'll return with some other.
How about for this segment, Binny's Bodacious Bin?
Binny's Bodacious Binge Reviews.
Yeah, the Binny Binge Reviews, something like that. We'll get there. Perfect segue. The universe has intervened. I got some reviews from everyone's favorite. You know what it is. I've been really giving and taking lately. Yelp Japan. Who knows if this boy's dropping a Yelp Japan. I'm keeping them guessing. But this week, I got a Yelp Japan for the Tokyo Pub Crawl event.
Ooh, it's a little drinky.
Yep, a little drinky. No Binnies in Japan, but plenty of liquor, let me tell you. And I'm sure Tokyo Pub Crawl had plenty as well. Brett B. from San Francisco writes, had a great time, in a nutshell. Came to the pub crawl with a group 3, left with a group of 11.
Whoa.
The premise, like most pub crawls, is simple. But just being able to show up without a plan, have a few drinks, meet people, and see some bars, worth the price of admission right there. Easy, fun, great way to start the night. This one started in Roppongi, but after the crawl, we ended up on the other side of Tokyo at a karaoke bar with a bunch of randoms. Memorable night indeed. Get there early so you can get a head start on the mingling. 5 stars.
I see a logical contradiction, sir.
Tell me about it.
You ended up with a bunch of randoms, and yet it was a memorable night?
Yeah. Came with a group of 3 friends, left with a group of 11? These people are just randoms to you?
Yeah, that upgrade, that expansion of class party on the town, that's notable. But if they're randoms, if they're day players, what's the point? I want characters.
Yeah, a bunch of NPCs ended up in your group. Not very impressive, Brett.
No. You can recruit them all day long.
All right, you don't need some freaking pub crawl to go get drunk in Tokyo at multiple bars. I've done it lots of times without a guide.
I saw you end up on the highway with a wheelbarrow full of roadkill. Hey. That's a real that's a reference for just about me.
Yeah, just about us, just the real ones. But hey, you honed in on exactly what bugged me about it. This guy's boasting these friends, these people he's meeting, and yet calls them randoms.
Maybe that's just how low his standards are. I talked with a lot of people tonight. I didn't get any of their names, but I talked with a lot of people.
I'm uncomfortable with how he puts himself above them.
Yeah, the world revolves around me.
Yeah, these randoms, dude. I mean, I've used that word. I float the word normie around probably more than is fashionable. But, if they're friendly people I end up hanging out with for a whole night, I'd probably talk about them a little nicer than that.
Yeah, they become a person, not just scenery.
Right, exactly. In acquainting with them, they should shed their random status and become a real deal.
Yeah, they evolve, they loosen up, and suddenly their full colors burst forth. Like, wow.
Especially late night Tokyo karaoke.
Karaoke, right?
You are
singing
everyone
songs.
Is loosey goosey, getting to know each other,
letting yourself, be vulnerable when you're singing.
Absolutely.
And he's just sitting there.
Sitting there taking notes. Glad I got there early to get a head start on this mingling.
Yeah.
Let me mingle.
Entering it all into a spreadsheet. Okay, this week, from 3 to 11 is a growth rate of, let's see.
9 randoms per hour. Very excellent, Brett.
9 randoms. That's a value of 1.5 per random.
So what do you think you got to do to this guy to shed that random status in his eyes? What kind of work? It's not very nice for you to have to work for someone's friendship status. That's not very friendly in and of itself, is it?
No, he's a selfish guy. Brett from San Fran.
B? What's the B stand for? Butt cheeks, dude? Because you got some big ones acting like this.
Yeah, you're big for your britches, buddy.
Little big Brett, big butt Brett, big for his britches Brett. That's his full name.
I don't know. Maybe you need to buy him a drink. Maybe you need to compliment his like white button-up T-shirt with navy slacks, because that's the basic outfit he's going out in.
Now you are cutting to Brett's core. Brett is laid bare, and you know what his soul looks like? Just look like a random soul, dude. Got him.
Like white, like ranch dressing.
You got a ranch dressing soul, Brett.
Maybe even that's too much.
It's a little too much flavor. You got a 1% milk soul, Brett.
Get sour cream, buddy.
Oh, sour cream rules, though. Someone had a sour cream soul, I'd sop that up. Like, that's good.
That's true. Sour cream enhances everything around it.
Oh, man. I can't go to Taco Bell these days without getting a side of sour. Whatever I got, I'm dipping in it. Got a Baja Blast. Put some sour cream in there, dude.
Cinnamon twist, sour cream.
Oh, that actually might be good. That actually might not be bad. It's close enough to frosting,
Yeah.
Just a couple steps away. Before we go down that greasy rabbit hole, you got something for me, dog?
I do have something, and I've got something Japan related.
Oh, really? Jumping on the Japan train.
The Japan train is chugging yet. I've got an Amazon review, actually a trio of short Amazon reviews for the Godzilla mask Japan import by Ogawa Studio.
Oh, sick.
And this mask, like when you think of a Godzilla mask, in your heart of hearts, in your mind's eye, in your dream state, this is the mask you're thinking of. Here's a picture of it. Let
me see here. I'm a Godzilla fanboy. Does it up to standards? Oh, how old school. It's beautiful. The coloring a little off, but, I'll take it.
It's a little light, yeah, but it's the classic looking, like from the 60s Godzilla mask.
Yeah, it looks just like the 60s suit. Big time.
Just gorgeous. So
I love it.
Chi-Town, who spells their name Shai Town. I don't know if that's like...
I'm a little afraid.
Like, just if I just say Chi-Town, you're going to think I'm talking about Chicago, but they spelled it like that. I don't know where they're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
But it's cool. Chi-Town simply writes, "My wife wondered what the hell I was doing. I didn't care. It's amazing. I wear it at least once every other week. The kids love it. My students love it. The neighbors love it. 5 stars.
This Godzilla mask is enriching this man's life.
It's that time of the week. Walks outside.
That never felt better.
The fresh air sweeps in through the little eye holes.
The fresh air, filtered through the rubber. The spray painted mask.
I mean, you gotta do what makes you happy, and for these 3 reviews, they're doing what makes them happy. The next one comes from Lisa, who titles her review, "Made a Grown Man Weep." I gave this to my Godzilla fanatic brother for his 54th birthday. He loved it and its quality so much, he cried. 5 stars.
Wow. I love Godzilla a lot. I've watched Godzilla since I was, before I had memories. I've always watched Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
This mask wouldn't make me cry tears of joy. You know, and I'm not saying that looking down on this guy. I'm almost jealous. The level of fandom.
Yeah, he's that passionate.
Yeah, this cheesy little mask can move him to tears. Amazing.
Yeah. It's good to have passions, and this guy has it.
Definitely. Even if it's a little scary.
Finally, the last review comes from Jacob. And just like Chi-Town, Jacob was in such a rush to get to the review, didn't even leave a title. So, Jacob writes, in all caps, my wife hates it. My son told me I am living in the past. My daughter said, Dad, grow up. And I don't give a damn. To every Godzilla enthusiast out there, Woo! This is the ace of spades.
Preach!
You can check the authenticity of the mold around the collar. In raised letters, it should read TM and 1966 Toho Co. Ltd. Ogawa Studios. 5 stars.
Man, he's pulling out receipts.
He's got the facts.
Wow, I'm inspired by these reviews to love passionately.
Dang, I'm seeing like the other masks on this Amazon page. You've got this terrifying looking Rodan mask. You've got a Mothra mask. What are you gonna do with just a Mothra mask? Just some guy with a moth head.
Yeah, that one doesn't... As iconic as Mothra is, I don't know if that one reads as well.
For Mothra's face. That's not what everybody knows about Mothra.
Is it the big white moth face, though?
It looks almost like an ant. It's very brown and fuzzy. I'll send a quick clip of Rodan and Mothri.
Oh, yeah, those are the Hollywood movie ones.
Oh, the dang bougie.
Yeah, the Rodan looks really good. Looks like the movie, honestly.
Yeah.
The Mothra just looks like a scary bug, dude. I don't fuck with that one.
No good.
Well, those are some lovely Godzilla reviews. Let me release a Screonk into the distance. Screonk! That's Godzilla's nice. I think it's time to plug.
Let's plug her up.
Let's plug this episode up. Bottled and ready to ship. Thank you, listener. I hope you had a good time on our silly little review podcast. We did.
We did.
And we'll be releasing this son of a bitch every Tuesday until one of us dies.
Yep.
So we'd love to have you there. New episode every Tuesday. And we'd love, if you love this, why don't you send us a little something back in the form of a funny review for us to talk about on air. You heard Elijah 2 weeks in a row sending in reviews. That could be you, dog. That could be you.
Mm-hmm.
Send us a little hyperlink, a little screenshot to that review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com. Include your name, and we'll throw you some lovely credit.
Don't you want us to say your name?
Say my name, say my name. When you review a Godzilla mask, say my name.
Well, do it. It'll be so cool. You'll be like, oh, those two guys, they said my name. And hey, if you want to interact with us in some other way, there are avenues with which you can do that. There are roads to travel down, and they are on the internet, through the interwebs, through the waves. You can find us on social media. That's what I'm trying to say. On Instagram, @reviewparty.com. We're posting stuff all week long. On Twitter, @reviewpartypod. We're posting stuff all internet long. And you can find a cornucopia of stuff on reviewparty.com. You've got all the episodes there. You've got the blogs there. So much review-related content. You've got the shop and the sign-up for the After Party Review newsletter that'll keep you in the know.
And very special introduction to our it's for our Zoomer fans out there and the Zoomers at heart, reviewparty.com TikTok, baby. That's right. We're late to the bandwagon, but we are on it. I got a little plan to keep dropping fresh content. You Instagram fans may see some repeats, but hey, we're fleshing that baby out. There's going to be new fresh content there every week as well. So, if you use TikTok, you like the funnies on there, why don't you go to @reviewparty.com on TikTok and leave a little follow.
We'd love it.
We would love it. You know what else we love?
Wet.
Nosebleeds. We love them. They got bread for breakfast. I had bread for breakfast today with peanut butter and honey on it in the toaster. And they love to toast up your ears with some crispy jam. Search on Spotify, Nosebleeds. It's just one word, people. Don't you have a dictionary? Ooh. This is a review I've been sitting on for a little bit, and I'm happy to share.
Ooh, it's been marinating, huh?
Yup. This is a review for... Take a deep breath here. Best gift for mom. Colorful Galaxy Artificial Flower Rose. Colorful roses permanently preserved in dome glass. Valentine's Day, birthday, anniversary, Christmas surprise gifts.
All of them.
All of them. It is a glass rose in a glass dome with some Christmas lights around it, basically. Very sort of Beauty and the Beast.
That's what I was going to say. Beauty and the Beast-esque.
Yes. Definitely calling out to that. Amazon user, the one and only, writes, they title it, Excellent Quaint Gift. Nice box and presentation. Sister loved it. No too big, but just right size. Brought her to tears. She loves Beauty and the Beast. 5 stars.
Me and everybody's crying today.
Everyone's moved by their passions. Yeah, I was ready to laugh at this woman, and then through the lens of a rubber Godzilla mask, I realize it's okay to cry about your passions.
That it is, especially if it's not too big. Godzilla, he is too big.
He's too big. Look out for his shoes.
I think we're going to need a bigger box. Remember that? Oh!